Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be doing the reverse cat eye makeup look. I'm going to try this out and I'm a little bit nervous because I've never done my makeup like this before, and I'm also going to be doing my face before my eyes, which is very different for me and my channel. If you guys watch my videos, you know I always do brows, eyes, and then face, but today we're going to switch things up a little bit and try something different. So get cozy, grab a snack, grab your makeup, and let's get straight into it. All right, so starting off with my brows, we are just doing a full face today. So I'm gonna start with my NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Now the brows I always have to do first. Like that is like no matter what kind of look I'm doing. I can never do these like last. Brows always have to come first. Then I'm going to use the e.l.f. liner and brow cream in the shade Espresso to fill in the rest of the brows. Whoa, that brow is harsh. Oh my god. I'm going to use my NYX Full Coverage Concealer. I love this. It's so good. And I'm just going to use this to clean up the brows. You guys already know. The brows are definitely a trust the moment or trust the process kind of thing. This brow is always really good. My right brow. It's my left one that gives me such a hard time. And then when the brows look just really harsh, I like to just kind of spoolie through them just to kind of try to distribute the product across the rest of the brow hairs and make everything look a little bit softer. All right, brows are done. It's so weird because this is normally the time where I would go in and start with my eyes, but we're gonna move on to the skin. So I'm gonna do some primer water, and I really love this 4-in-1 Optimist spray from Rare Beauty. It is so good and very refreshing, and it leaves your skin with a little bit of a glow, which I personally like. Always like to let that sit for a little bit. I'm going to be using some current favorites and kind of just products that I tested out recently that I really like. So for primer combination, I'm still loving this combo right here. So I'm going to go in with the Supercharged Dewy Primer from Milani. I have like a little tiny bit left. Then I'm going to go in with the Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer over top. I just love the combination of these together because this primer from Milani is really hydrating and it just adds so much moisture to the skin. But it also leaves your skin like very dewy. It's a good base, I think, before makeup because it's kind of like a moisturizer, but it also makes your products like last all day and go on really smoothly over top. I love it. So I'll be featuring this in my next empties video because I'm pretty much all done. It feels good to finish products. So now I'm going to go in with the Rare Beauty primer, and I normally like to let these sit for a little bit before going in with foundation. And the Rare Beauty primer I love because it is so smoothing. It actually does fill in your pores and just makes everything look really poreless and just smooth, ready for foundation. For foundation today, I'm going to go in with the Flawless in Real Life Skin Perfecting Foundation. I have talked about this several times. I just talked about this in my current favorites. I love it. It is a very like just fresh everyday foundation. I agree with the claim also. Like I feel like it actually is flawless in real life and it's so smoothing, but I love how the coverage is buildable. So I have mine in the shade Honey T1. Just so weird doing the face first. Oh my gosh. And I'm gonna press this in with my Haley's Beauty sponge. This is actually an old one that I have. The new ones that they have are pink, but it's like the same exact sponge, just different color. I love it. This foundation, it's just so good, and I love that you can get it at Walmart. And one of my go-tos. I'm gonna put some on my neck too because I have this random pimple on my neck. Like, please go away. And I was picking at it and now it got bigger. So if you guys see anything moving in the back right here, that is outside. It is so windy today, but it feels so good. It actually feels like fall today, and I'm so excited about it. I already decorated the house and I did vlog, or I've been vlogging. I'm still vlogging, so hopefully by the time you guys see this video, that should be up. If not, it's gonna go up very soon. I just love fall. It's my favorite season. I wish it lasted longer. For concealer, I'm gonna use the new Anastasia concealer. I tested this out and I really like it. This is the Magic Touch concealer in the shade number 8. Kind of like the Tarte Shape Tape, the Ultra Creamy concealer. This is honestly like the same exact thing, to be honest. Like I really don't see a huge difference between those two, but I like this one because it is buildable coverage and it's creamy, so you could use it like for every day, or if you want a little bit more, you can always add more, and it's a really easy product to work with, which I like. I feel like this concealer is also a little bit hydrating, which I always look for in concealers because some of them, they can have really good coverage, but they can just be so drying on the skin. So I like something that's gonna be creamy, maybe buildable coverage or full coverage, but that's still going to feel like second skin. Now we're gonna do some cream bronzer, and I've also been loving this one from Anastasia. This is the cream bronzer in the shade Amber. At first I thought this color, like I wasn't crazy about it, but the more that I use it, the more that I actually really, really love it. It's a nice formula. It is so creamy and it's buildable as well. So I'm using my e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush, which I love. I'm just gonna press this in. I like to press versus like rubbing. That way I'm not rubbing any of my foundation or anything away. It's kind of just getting pressed into the skin. And this doesn't pick up any of your foundation, by the way, when you do this. So that's why I like it as well. Just gives you like a nice warm bronzy color. And then for cream blush, I'm gonna go in with the Undone Beauty Lip to Cheek 3-in-1 color cream, and this one's in the shade Rosewood. This is such a pretty cream blush, you guys, for fall, and they have different shades as well, but this one, so good. The pigment on this is insane. Now for powder, and I have foundation on my lips, which is so I know this bothers a lot of people. I'm sorry. Sometimes when I'm filming, I get so like into it that I forget to wipe this off. All right, no more dry foundation lips. By the way, I just used the Joseph Colors Lip Reveal Lip Balm. They sent this to me in PR and I've been really, really liking it. It's just like a nice, like creamy lip balm. And I also wanted to mention I'm now an affiliate with Joseph Colors, which is super exciting because I've been genuinely using their products for a few years now. So I have a coupon code with them. So if you use my code, you get a little discount. And then I also do make a percentage of commission. Obviously, you don't have to use it. So yeah, super exciting. But anyways, let's move into the rest of the makeup. I'm gonna do powder now. And for today, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder, one of my all-time favorites, in the shade Light. Every time I use this powder, I'm like, yes, e.l.f., come through. It is so, so nice. And then to set the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop powder. This one's in the shade Light Medium. Another current favorite. I love this for setting the face. All right, love that powder. That's a good one. So now for bronzer and blush. For bronzer, I'm still loving the Juvia's Place bronzer in the shade Medium. This is like the little bronzer duo. I love these. I like to just mix both of the colors. If you have not gotten this duo, you need to. It's pretty much all that I've been using like non-stop. I love the combination of both of them together and I just like the formula so much. That's why I continue to use it because it's really like nothing else that I've tried that isn't super expensive. Like it's a little bit pricier, it's $18, but you get two bronzers and the formula is so smooth. You guys have to just try it for yourself to see what I'm talking about. Then for blush, I'm going to use the Tinkerbell and ColourPop collab blush in the shade Darling. These are the Super Shock Cheek blushes. Tongue twister. This color is really, really pretty. It's a little bit glowy too, which is nice. I'm actually not going to do any highlighter today because I feel like I'm already glowy enough with like the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder and then the glowy blush. Okay, so I'm going to start with primer for the eyes and I'm going to use the one from Rare Beauty. This eye primer is nice because it kind of cancels out your natural lid color a little bit and just gives you this really soft, muted color, and I really, really like it. It preps your lids nicely for eyeshadows. For eyeshadow palette today, I'm going to use this one from LA Girl. This is the Keep It Playful eye palette. I love these palettes. They are so nice. They're just like little 9-pan eyeshadows, but they are super pigmented and amazing quality for like $10. This is so good. So for eyes, I'm going to really keep it simple. I'm going to start off with this color right here. And I'm just going to apply that in the crease, like all over the lid. This look is going to be obviously like really sultry, but I'm not going to do a lot on the lids because the main star of the show is going to be the lower lashes. I just want like soft kind of matte tones in the crease today. I'm also going to take that same color and just start kind of smudging that also on my lash line a little bit. I'm also going to take the shade next to it and do the same thing with it. Now I'm going to use a black liner. This one is the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil, and this one's in the shade Black Love. I also love the nude pencil for the waterline. It is so pretty. But I'm going to use this one today. I'm basically just going to apply this all over the waterline, and I'm going to really smudge it out to create that cat eye. I'm going to try at least. Now using that same product, I'm going to start smudging this out. Alright guys, not gonna lie, I just wiped off that eye because it was a little bit too dark. I feel like I just dragged it down a little bit too low, so I just wiped that off. I had to redo my concealer and my powder, but I still think I was able to salvage my face a little bit. I didn't want to wipe off my entire face, but that's how it is whenever you're trying new makeup trends or just something different. Like sometimes you have to start over, you have to keep practicing, so let's try this again. It's already applied, there's a crease shade and everything. I'm gonna go back into the lower lashes. So I'm gonna take the same black liner. I'm just not gonna use as much. And when I smudge out the lower lashes, I'm gonna use a brown instead of a black. So I'm just gonna start off with like about that much liner. I think I did a little too much from the beginning. And I'm gonna use the dark brown instead, because I feel like it'll be a little bit easier to work with and less harsh. Now what I'm going to do is take the shadow from the lower lash line and start kind of flicking it up to create a cat eye. Definitely need a better brush for this. I'm going to use something a little bit more flat. So I think that looks so much better instead of just like the black. So if you're trying to do this, I recommend using maybe a black liner and then smudging it out with a dark brown eyeshadow. It just makes it that much easier, and I feel like it's a little bit less intimidating, because when I was smudging out that black liner, I was like, oh, this is a little too dark. I know the wings aren't perfect, but I'm actually like vibing with this look. I like it. So I'm gonna curl my lashes and I'm gonna do some mascara and falsies. Of course, we need some lashes with this look. I'm also gonna tightline my upper lash line. And then for mascara, I'm going to use the new one from Rare Beauty. This is so good. This is what the wand looks like. To me, this is kind of like an all-in-one mascara. It gives you volume, length, separates your lashes. It lasts all day. It doesn't flake. I normally don't really get too excited about high-end mascaras, but like I really love the way this makes my lashes look. Like that is a big deal for me. Like that you can even see my lashes. It's also a really nice black formula too. It's not too wet, the formula. It's not too dry. So I'm currently trying on different lashes in my collection to see which ones would look best. And I really actually like these because they're not too long and they just complement the cat eye really well. So these are from the I Envy 3D collection in the style Natural 3D 12. So they're not too long. They're definitely a little bit voluminous, but they're not like too much, I think. So I'm gonna use these. I picked these up from Walmart, I believe. And I'm gonna use my favorite strip lash adhesive from Kiss. You guys already know this is my favorite lash glue. And then I guess in the meantime, we can also do some lower lash mascara since we're here. I also tried to do some inner corner, like kind of cat eye, but it didn't work. So I'm not gonna do that. All right, lashes are on. I really actually like the way these look because they're not too long, but they add a little bit of volume and thickness. Just gonna emphasize the wing a little bit more, just make it a little bit darker. Okay, now for lips, I'm gonna go with the Alamar Cosmetics Dulce Lip Liner. This is one of my favorites. And then I'm going to use the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Catching Feelings. And then I'm going to top it off with the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. I'm debating adding a little highlight in the inner corners. I feel like I need it. So hold on, let me grab a highlighter. I want something light, so I'm gonna use the Michaela X Glam Light Highlighter. This is actually one of my favorites. It's so, so good. It's like a really light shade, perfect as an eyeshadow or for the inner corners. I actually prefer it for the inner corners because it is so intense. I'm just gonna add that right in the inner corners for a little pop. And finally, I'm gonna set my makeup. I was gonna use the Rare Beauty Spray, but this is a little glowy and I feel like I'm already super glowy. So I'm just gonna use the Smashbox Photo Finish Weightless Setting Spray. All right, you guys, so that officially completes this look. I hope you enjoyed getting ready together. I really actually love the way this turned out. I know it's not perfect, but you know, it was my first time. I struggled a little bit, but I tried to pull through and make it work. I really like the sultry kind of vibe though. I feel like this is perfect for fall. Definitely encourage you guys to try it out. All you really need are like just matte neutral eyeshadows, and this palette is like fabulous for this, or even like the e.l.f. bite-size eyeshadows. Those are really great. You could really use any eyeshadow palette to create this look. It's not too complicated. I think the main thing is just starting off with less product at a time and then gradually building it up. That way it's not too much. But yeah, I will leave all the products and everything mentioned down below in the description box if you guys are interested. And that is it for today's video. Thank you all for being here, and until next time, I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.